The Blatz bottles are stickers, which was done at some eras, sometimes different things. We found another painting like this, or a lithograph like this, with a different The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Good morning, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers. Dealer here with the Saturday edition of the Crazy Picker Life. Well, I'm in my entry room area here. There's that cooler I packed up last night. And we're getting ready to do some picking. We're going to make a run to the post office. This is where we're going to film later tonight when we do our end of the month show, question and answer show. Did have a few orders come in. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 going out there, plus the UPS won't go out till Monday. Got in this morning. I've got some more to pack, so orders are steady, nothing to worry about there. So we're gonna go bring the USPS in and make a couple quick picking stops and then get back to the office here. I'm gonna try to get a good swag of orders packed, and I'll probably play the pack and order, list an item, pack and order, list an item. I don't get into too good of a rhythm, but I don't get bored that way. And then I've been told I've got a project at home, the boss. Well, I always have projects at home, and I've been taking this extra day off a week, and I'll tell you what, it's funny how that gets absorbed. Mostly just kind of like it was due for a break here, so I don't know when I'm going to get super project oriented. Just chilling with Dealer at home. That's what the family gets to do. That's not so popular with the boss all the time, though. And by boss, I mean my partner, Lon. We share the boss duties. But recently I've been picking on her a little bit. She told me a week ago or so that I was the boss. So I'm not very effectively fighting back on that. Okay, so I'm going to get going down to USPS. I've got to tackle my van problem today too. I didn't get a battery yet. I discovered that the horn doesn't work, and I'm thinking that for whatever reason that horn relay or horn fuse is still allowing the horn circuit to drain the battery. I want to take a look at that before I put a new battery in there and see if I can solve that problem and charge up the old one. If I can't, then I'm gonna have to take it across the street and have them diagnose it. So I got to get my van back on the road. That thing has been super reliable, no problems. Few minor things go out here and there, but I got to make sure that's ready to go. We're gonna do a show later tonight, the question and answer, and I'm not gonna dwell on it, but that one will probably come out tandem or just after the other this episode is out, and that will be my Sunday submission, and that's just gonna give me a day off tomorrow in a sense, where I can just recover with my family, hang out, have a nice wintry Sunday with my family. I don't think I'm going to do that all the time, but it just so happens that I was going to do some listing today, and I wouldn't mind showing you guys what I'm listing and all the stuff that's going on around here on a Saturday. Picking, if we pick anything up, it's hard not to show that stuff because it's more or less fun to see what we're doing. I like to show that. And then we're going to do that show tonight with the questions and answers and comments. We've got a lot of things to talk about. All right, I'm going to get on the road. I'm taking my wife's van that's for sale. We're going to truck around town for a little while, and then we'll be back in the office. Let's see if Wheeler's ready to go. By the way, December totals we had our first day of December in the books, and then yesterday, 7 items, $295. Oops. So second day of the month, we didn't make it as I thought would happen, seeing the big picture. But we're gonna recover today and have a good listing day, both Wheeler and I, and if I can find anything for banana peeler later.
Yep.
I see you got a lot of watches lined up there.
A lot of watches.
So we'll have a good day.
Yep, it's all about attention to detail. Like on this watch, it took me an extra 5 minutes, but I decided to flip the back correctly. It was in the wrong orientation, so I just figured somebody's gonna get that. It's gonna like raise a little yellow flag in their mind, like, oh, this thing's weird. So
we don't
instead,
want. Yeah, we don't want that.
Take the 5 minutes and fix the minor issues.
Fix the issues.
And somebody's gonna turn over and they're like, whoa, the back is on upside down.
Yep, fix it.
That's how it works. But
So let's go picking.
okay.
We got 10 minutes to get down to USPS, and then we'll make 2 stops and come right back. You ready for that?
Sounds good.
Okay, we gotta go. Wow, Wheeler, it sure was nice having somebody carry packages in at USPS. I didn't have to carry them all in,
Yeah.
except for one thing.
Well, I had a slinky effect go on there.
Took one of them and he threw it to the floor. I couldn't remember what it is, but it made a noise, like a crushing noise, like when a 600-pound gorilla sits on your package.
Yeah.
Okay, off to picking. Well, we've run into somebody with a huge load on their pickup truck, and we just noticed this cool looking restored sort of repair pickup truck. Never seen that one, or tow truck around town.
Levant.
Yeah, Levant. Look what that guy's carrying. Oh my goodness, what a load. Some kind of tank. Crazy. Okay, quick in and out of our local pick and save, or save and pick, or pick and wick, or Purple Rose, thrift store, whatever, and tried to talk Wheeler into a jacket. He told me,
I wear the same outfit, and I'm gonna be buying some new hoodies. I wear those in any weather. There's really nothing stopping me from.
So when we left home for the office this morning, it was 32 degrees,
yep.
no sunshine, kind of humid and damp, and Wheeler here is 17. So what do you think he left the house in?
The funny thing is, I was even colder. I was even dumber when I was like 10, so whatever. I've gotten smarter.
Oh, it's gotten smarter. So
I wear long sleeve pants now.
Yeah, long sleeve pants. They're called jeans.
I don't know
and
what clothes are called. I don't wear clothes.
Yeah, I don't wear clothes. And then he was gonna go out in a short sleeve. So Wheeler made a good decision, and he didn't buy any more watches. How many did you look at? 2. And he said no,
no,
and no.
No.
All right, we're at our local flea market. Let's go in there and pick. Wow, busy in there.
Yeah,
so
more people.
Usually we like to kind of verbally haggle and bargain and stuff like that, but they're making their rent this month. It's usually there's only 1 or 2 people. There was like 12 or 15 in there.
Yep.
So you saw a couple watches that we were sort of interested in. They've been there a while. They'll still be there. We decided not to get all haggly and weird with them.
Yeah, there's really only one there that was really a good one. Other ones were.
And how many watches do we still have to list?
Quite a few. And I'm getting a bunch of those done today. So.
Quite a few equals what? 200?
Yeah, because there's probably 100 good ones, and then the rest are lot up / whatever.
Yeah, and we do need to lot those up and move those through.
I will.
That might be a lot up of watches might be good after the holidays.
Yeah.
So can we get away on eBay with lotting up with all the weird watch rules and stuff like that? They don't want you.
Definitely.
They don't want you selling lots of like artificial ones. What do they call those? Counterfeit?
Yeah, they don't care if you sell fake watches, just as long as they're not described as a Rolex at all. So if you just sell as a generic watch, they'll be fine with it. Just as long as you don't say fake Rolex or replica Rolex, they don't like that. So if you put it a lot, they won't care.
Let's not get banned off.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of lots.
Ooh, yeah, well.
So.
Okay. All right, so strike 1, strike 2, back to the shop, list and pack.
Yep.
And what about you? Pack and pack?
List.
No, list and list.
List and list and list and list and list and list and list. Whoa.
Okay. All right, so there's my printer. I printed my orders. I will be listing an item, packing an item or two, listing an item. that's the listing pile. This is where I'm going to take pictures. I've got my grain belt clock that got returned to look over and relist. I've got a couple of quick returns to process that I didn't get to last night. And then I've got to fix a bunch of listings that have the stand only. I just have to add some verbiage to it in red that says no camera or lens included. I think I'll let Wheeler slide on that for right now. Until we come across some more of those, I'll just fix them and move on. Sometimes we have to pick our battles. Wheeler does a great job. I give everybody a lot of crap. I just expect a lot from myself, so I don't want to seem like I'm always nitpicking.
It's 12 o'clock.
It's 12 o'clock. Get going, dealer. First item coming up soon once I take care of some details here. Alright, so I'm diving in just on the corner of the pile over there, not doing these in any specific order. This is listing number one. Kids sandals from long ago. Found them in my back stock. 4 pairs, boys, girls, kids. I don't know what I'm listing them for yet. Probably 20 plus shipping. Off season, get them out of here. Okay, so here's a lot of 4 pairs of shoes, boys and girls, size 10, Chaco shoes. Again, I got these a while back. I did list the sandals at 30 plus shipping for the lot. Those things do go for a lot of money. I'm not going to sit and wait. I think that lot will go pretty quick. This one I'll have to check what the shoes go for, but I bet this will be 40 plus shipping. And again, these shoes retail, and this is part of the reason I originally bought the lot is I got all the adult sizes. Those sandals are well made. They go for $40, $50, $60, $70 a pair, and I sold a whole bunch of them and made a reasonable profit. It was a learning curve and a lot of work. I bought a bulk lot from somebody who put these things out as displays at different stores. So this is item number 2 today. I'm going to pack a couple orders after this. Okay, I'm closing in on you, banana peeler. 95,900 on Mr. Do. I'm after that 107,000 score. I got to take time out for a game once in a while. It keeps me sane. Okay, so Banana Peeler looked at our painting thing here yesterday and he said, there's something wrong with it. And then I got Wheeler looking at it and he says there's something wrong with it. And then I'm looking at it and I'm saying we're going to have to take that thing apart and make sure it is what it is. Here's a problem right off the bat, and we're going to take this thing apart later and really put it under scrutiny. We have some ability to figure out if this thing has been reprinted, which it looks like it has. These Heidelberg Blatz bottles look like stickers stuck on there. And then this thing says something in Germany, printed in Germany, but the problem is it's really pixelated. And so something's wrong here. I'm going to do my research today, because if this thing isn't right, it's going back. Interesting, huh? Okay, what's next to list? Listing number 3, big, ugly, dirty, and one broken. These are in-motion automated touchless dispensers for paper, hand paper, motion activated, Georgia Pacific. Alright, so one of these was beeping away and doing its thing for a while since we bought it this last late summer. The other one looks fine, not corroded inside. So 2 of these I'm assuming works. That can always come back to bite you. The other one's got problems inside. It's got corroded batteries, and it's not tested and assumed not working. The guy I talked to said he pulled these out. 2 were working. The one was a parts one. Keys there. Paid $1 or $2 for all 3. I think he just wanted to get them out of his garage. And so I listed them for 40 plus shipping. Shipping's kind of steep, big, dimensional weight, UPS. 2 working, 1 not. $40. Out of here hopefully soon. Number 4 listing is this Rule brand, made in USA bilge pump. Something for boating or other uses. Turns out it looks like it's new in package. Instructions, wires, never used. Happened to pick this up somewhere along the way. Barcode, I looked on Amazon. It's $17.99 free shipping. So it is listed number 4. Pack a few more orders. Kind of a gray overcast day. Looks like it could snow. It's not quite cold enough, but it's pretty chilly. There's Super Van's brain box, and I need to find the fuse that goes with the horn. I've identified which one. I'm going to pull it out and take a quick look at it and see if that's a problem. I don't know if you can see those contacts or not, but the bottom contacts are like burnt. But the fuse itself is not, the little connector there is not burnt through, so I'm going to have to look in there a little bit and see what I can see what's going on there. Something not so good. You can see the difference. The one on the right has all that burning, corrosion, who knows what there. That maybe finally caught up with it. So put a new one in there, see if the horn works, charge up the battery, see where we go from there. I'll have to report on that all later. Well, the horn thing didn't work very well on the van. The horn still doesn't work, so nor does the alarm when you lock it and then the horn sounds to give you the tone. It may be the battery is too low to run the horn, but I doubt it because the door locks and the whole dash comes on with the lights and stuff. It's just, it doesn't have enough to click over. So I don't know how much amperage or voltage or whatever the horn draws. I don't think that's the problem. So I'm going to charge it up and see if it still will turn over, and then if the horn works and if it draws it back down, and then I'm about ready just to take it across the street and have them deal with it. Dealer doesn't have time to deal with stuff like that. I got to keep listing. So speaking of listing, I got a DVD video training series, defensive cane fighting. Woo, woo. Where's my lighting? Get out of the lighting. Defensive cane fighting from this armed response. David Kennick, Ralph Murrows. I found that one on Amazon. It wasn't available. There were a few other versions, topics, selling for $13.99, so I put that one at $13.99. I can't find this one. I'm just going to send it to them and say, here's 2 for the price of 1, just to get it out. Sometimes I'll do that if I'm really lazy. I don't feel like putting this up for $10, can't find it and never sell it. I don't know, I'm just not in the mood. So somebody will get 2 for 1 that wants to do cane fighting. They can also learn how to pepper spray people. For me, I think it would mostly come instinctually if I had to do it. Alright, I think this is number 6. I might have snuck another VHS in there that I didn't show here, but we'll call this number 6 Vemco. It's a nice little drafting tool set. Vintage, made in USA. Looks complete, good condition. I'll list it at 30 plus shipping. Well, a lot of interruptions today. I didn't want that to be the way it was, but it is the way it is. So I'm going to go home and have a little lunch break and try to get a couple quick things. I've got a couple tasks. One, I need to keep filling the outgoing junk buckets once a week so that we keep throwing stuff away and don't have to make a dump run. We've got 2 buckets we can put out, and I always like to fill up the second one. So I need to find some stuff to throw away. It's not that hard. And then I need to put a mat up down in the basement on the wall below the steps. So if anybody ever trips on that last step and takes a digger into the wall, they don't go into the cement. So that's another example of a thing I have to do. I also have to tape off a sink that we turned off, and we're just going to use it as a countertop. So I've got to just cardboard on top of it. I'm going to tape that off so the kids don't get into it. Lots of little things like that in the basement that I've been working on. I don't think it's going to go much deeper than that. I hope to be back within the hour to do some more packing and listing. BP's in the house.
Yep.
Playing some games.
Yep.
Here, give me that Budweiser tapper that you listed. I'll put that on a shelf. You don't have anything else to list, huh?
Nope, not really.
I don't know what we're going to do with you tonight. What we're going to get you to do. So we started to look at this old Heidelberg Blatz painting a little bit, and it's interesting. We've uncovered more questions and some answers. It does appear to be a lithograph picture, most likely made in the 40s to bring back this old Heidelberg Blatz beer. And they shellacked it a little bit to try to make it look older. The picture is of an older era, and then they're bringing back this beer after Prohibition, after the war, sometime after World War II. The Blatz bottles are stickers, which was done at some eras, sometimes different things. We found another painting like this, or a lithograph like this, with a different beer logo and information on there. It wasn't stickers, it wasn't the bottles, but it was the same painting with another California brewer type thing on there. Very little information on it. So I think this print of sorts was sold to bars or breweries, or a limited release of some kind, and then they stuck these stickers on there to personalize it. It is paper. We took it out. It's a special paper that they can do that process on. And interestingly enough, below it, the frame looks old. Blatz was in Milwaukee. Here's a photograph that was originally in the frame. House of Seagram, 23rd Annual Convention of American Legion, Milwaukee, 1941. And so that's below it. Somebody had this frame, purchased this print, decided to put it in there, and it sized out pretty well. So that's interesting, and that's, you know, it had some complexity to it. Wheeler thought, well, this is sort of like a Franken camera. This is something that didn't really take off for whatever reason, but it still exists. So does it have high value? Well, to the right person, can I resell this? I don't know yet. I don't know how I feel about it. Am I going to return it and say, oh, fake? Well, it's not really fake. The guy that sold it didn't know a lot about it. The bids didn't go super high. I'm going to stick to metal signs. I'm going to stick to lithograph on metal. To me, that is cooler than this. I like this picture. I don't know if I like it less because of the stickers on there or the process. This thing could have been made as late as, say, the 50s. Doubtful the 60s, because the old Heidelberg, I'll have to do a search on that label. But I believe that was, you know, was brought back in the 30s, 40s, somewhere in there. So that's that. I'm not really bummed. I would like to be a little more sure on it, and I would like to be able to sell it. But I'm not going to sell something like this unless I can be more certain about it. I'm certain it's authentic for what it is, but again, it's almost like it's a... Oh, if they reprint something in the year 2000 from the 50s, it's a reprint, it's a repro thing. This is almost like sort of a Franken Repro, probably made in the 40s and 50s, which Coca-Cola and all these different companies did stuff like that. And this is sort of one of those things. It's just not common enough to get enough information on it. So that's what makes it, I'm going to use the word sketchy. So if anybody knows anything about this litho on paper process, stickers on litho, beer advertising on litho like this, feel free to comment below. I would appreciate it. I'm not sweating it. I like it enough to keep it. It's just, again, a little bit like a mystery, and I don't mind mysteries if I can solve them. I guess that's what it comes down to. Okay, pizza's ordered. I'm going to get a couple more things listed and packed, and we're going to do a show here pretty soon that is outside of this show, so that's kind of strange. It's we're shooting 2 shows in one day, and one will be released today later, this one, and the other one, if I can get it uploaded or not, will be released on Sunday. Complicated. It's like we're like film studio. This is like a film studio now. It feels weird. Never would have thought. Now some would debate that. All right, number 7 item. I'm looking at a gauge lot here. Banana Peeler looked these up and didn't find that any of them would go that well individually, so I'm going to trust him on that. There's some pretty generic ones and some kind of neat ones here. These are all 2-inch automotive gauges for pressure, temperature, amperes. Pretty basic stuff. I don't think we have any super winners here. We're going to try $50, $49.99 plus shipping, and go from there, see if we get any interest. So that'll be number 7. Okay, the last item here, number 8, and it's really number 9 because I didn't show one of the VHS videos that I listed quick on Amazon. NFS12A FLX computer premium fans. We got 2 of them here. One appears to be new even though it's opened and complete. The other one appears to be new and not complete. So I'm selling them as a lot of 2, described as such. $21.99 plus shipping, and they'll ship in one of these bubble mailers, which makes it attractive for a buyer. Okay, so let's see what we got here. $250 and 9 listings, which isn't too bad because the items that I'm listing are not like the best items. They've been hanging around a while and just filtered through or whatever. So let me get that up here. Now if we don't make our number, it doesn't mean we don't keep track of it. We keep going. So that is just how it goes here. I've got Banana Peeler just vacuumed our room here for our show tonight, and we're gonna get that ready here and going in just a minute. Get our area cleared up, comfortable. Got some big lights, get a little lighting on the subject. I didn't do too bad on my orders so far. Let's see, 4, 5, 6 is what I packed, and 1 was already there. I've still got about 7 or 8 sitting there, so when we're done with this video, I'm going to get going on the other one, and then after that, if I have an hour or something, I'll pack some orders.
Yeah, so this is a funny watch trend I don't get, is like these cuff watches. I don't know why those are so popular, but the Guess one here, these things are huge and weird looking.
Yeah, I remember a few people wearing those in high school.
Yeah.
More like
I've seen a lot of them nowadays.
Kind of like rough, tough,
yeah,
off guys that are a little off would wear those. I never wore one, but I don't think I wore a watch for quite a while.
Yep.
Okay, so how'd you do? Looks like you got quite a few watches listed.
Quite a few watches listed, and I have a whole bunch more prepped. I just finished prepping.
Thought we were doing one watch day a week.
Yeah, this is my 1 watch day. Yesterday was supposed to be, but it didn't really work out.
I see how that works.
So it rolled over. I didn't want to just abandon them now they had them all pictured. And
well, I understand.
So.
What you got there, BP?
Jump.
We got some sort of Nerf wars going on here or something. I don't know. I'm probably behind the 8 ball.
We got the, what do you call it? women's version too.
Okay, well, I'm going to wrap this up, and then I'm going to start setting up for the show, okay?
Yep.
Okay, so that's our Saturday. I got a few things listed, not as much as I would like. Got a few things packed, not as much as I would like. Got a few things done at home, not as much as I would like. Got my van diagnosed, sort of. Not as far as I would like. Oh, pretty ambitious in my head. Not looking too bad. I mean, I made a dent in the corner of that. I'm going to try to pick away at that all week long and get that cleared out. So I'm eager to get to the back room and start listing some of those items in the back room. Next week I'm going to have to try to pin down my landlords and see if this building is going to be sold, and then I'm going to look at the other side and what might be available to me. I'm going to have to make a decision. Problem is, we'll talk about it tonight, the problem is our house is just too small to bring the business back in. That's just going to be a nightmare. And we've got a climate where you can't leave stuff outside. I'm talking about the show before I'm on the show. All right. That's how it goes sometimes. Loose lips sink ships. Thanks for watching. We'll have another video out soon. It'll be our discussion of the month and a question and answer comment thing. Ought to be a lot of fun. Pick well, list often. Dealer and banana peeler out.
Word in.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer production.